Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. Today, in Islander First, we are releasing our first solar watch. It's not just any solar watch, it is a diver, great, but it uses a newer movement from Miyota called the Ring Solar, their Miyota 2070. Why is it special? I'll show you that when we get to the up close. It's a 38mm diver, and it is called the Islander Saltaire. Saltaire, just for knowledge, is a little town, very little, year-round population of a little over 100 people on Fire Island, and it's a town I've walked through many, many times when I park my car at Robert Moses and then walk east and then walk back west. Beautiful. If you don't know much about Fire Island National Seashore, look it up, read a bit about it. It's a pretty interesting place, and it's like a little enclave of Long Island that is cut off from almost everything. Anyway, that's it. On one wrist, I am wearing the new watch, so we'll get to that in a minute. And on the other wrist, the Formex Essence Space Gold lightweight carbon case, rose gold plated meteorite dial, amazing watch. Anyway, let's check out the watch. So here we are, welcome to the Islander Saltaire. It's gonna come in 4 lovely colors. This is the one that I was wearing. It is the white. I've been wearing it for a couple of days. I simply love it. It's gonna come in I think this is blue, I can't tell from the light. Yes, this is blue. I'm calling it a marine blue. It's a deep, deep blue. It's gonna come in a black, with some orange accents, and a minty green. Kind of like a wild card color here. A little bit wild. So let's go over, we'll go in detail on this one. Like I said, this is the one I've been wearing. It's sized for me, it fits perfect. So it's the Islander Saltaire. It is a 38mm solar diver. However, it uses a Miyota 2070 movement, and when I rotate the watch, do you see that black ring below the chapter ring? It's like kind of a short, what you guys call a chapter ring. It's really the rehod. It's that black thing in the rehod. That is actually the solar collector. So you look at the watch dead on, or even at decent angles, you really don't see it, but it's hidden underneath. Okay, and that is what is collecting all the electrical energy to charge the internal with a lithium ion or whatever kind of battery it is. And what that means is that the dial itself can be stamped metal. And that's how we can get a texture on the dial. Traditionally, with most of your solar watches, like your Seiko divers, your speed timers, whatever, the dial is either fully, well, I can't say fully transparent, semi-transparent, a little bit opaque-ish, or like in the case of the speed timer, the sub-dials are actually the collectors. So on this, though, we don't have to do that. And I just love the opportunities it opens up, because then you can really do magic with your dials. So let's go over the specs. And then we'll go over each of the different colors. So it's 38mm in diameter. It's 12.5 thick to flat sapphire. So it's going to wear really well. We're looking at 46mm on the lug tip to lug tip, and you do spy female end links. It is a solid embossed case back. You see it says Sapphire, 200 meters, Islander with the Islander lighthouse. Solid link, solid end link, and it is indeed sized with screws. Like I said, my wrist is like 6.5, 6 3/4. You can see where I am on the micro. I took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 links, I want to say. So this is easily going to go up to 7 3/4 to an 8-inch wrist, just so you know. So there's a clasp. It's a 6-position micro clasp, push button. The Islander branding on it. You will notice on this watch that we did not use the Islander logo. It simply did not fit. So I realize this is the second release in a row. The Astoria didn't have a logo on the dial. It's got it on the crown. This doesn't have the logo on the dial, but again, on this one, it simply didn't fit. The dial was too small. On one of the future releases coming out, there's no logo again. But don't worry, the logo is coming back if you miss it. So flat sapphire with inner AR, 20mm lug width on the bracelet. Solid link, solid end link, size with screws. 6-position micro adjust. 200 meters of water resistance. Screw down crown. 155 grams. You will notice it is a no date movement. That is the movement that was used. So when you unscrew the crown, set the time, it will pop, and then just one click out just changes the time. That's it. There's no other clicking. Push in, turn. 200 meters of water resistance. The Miyota 2070 has a 4-month power reserve, which is awesome. So after a full charge of light, which is probably maybe a couple hours in daylight, You pop it in the drawer, it's going to run for 4 months. It will work, though, under any artificial light. That's somebody tell me in a recent video that there's a difference between solar and, watches that can charge under artificial light. That's simply not true. Any light works. Solar does work best under sun because it is the whitest or the purest light, if you will. It's got the most energy, that it wants to collect. But this will work fine. These have been sitting in my office under fluorescent lights for a couple of days, and they are no doubt fully charged. However, it does have an end-of-life indicator, such that when the battery gets low on charge, it will tick every 2 seconds. I'm just showing another one for interest. And if it happens to be dead as a doornail, dead, after 10 seconds of light exposure, it actually will start ticking in those 2-second increments. So it's called a quick charge or a fast charge. Anyway, bezel is 120 click unidirectional ratcheting bezel. It is kind of a vintage style looking bulbous insert. It's got that kind of dome to it a little bit. It's kind of cool looking. I wouldn't say a dome. Maybe it's more of like a slopey. I don't know. It makes the numbers kind of pop, and it just looks really good. The Lume is going to be awesome. We'll check that out in a second. Let's come up on the dial. Let's come up on the dial another one because the white's going to blow out the camera exposure. I'm thinking this is going to look awesome on like a black rubber strap. Really nice. Price. Did I mention price? I did not. $295, which I think is a great price. I think where we're going it's pretty awesome. So let's go to the blue. Maybe that'll help me out. There we go. So then you could really see the dial pattern. You got those kind of rectangles in the middle, and then the smooth chapter ring. You have applied indices with some nice chamfers and facets to them. Beautiful Lume, nice silver hands. The hands are silver. There you go. It's a better angle for you. This guy's gonna have some red accents. I dig the patterning on the side of the case. The case itself is mostly brushed, but it's got some polishing here on the chamfer of the lugs. The bracelet itself is a full brush. Really, really nice looking. These are Modelum's ISL is like 270. I don't know. I hate to say I'm starting to lose track of them, but kind of am. These are like in the high 270s or something. 270s, low 280s. There's 4 of them. So there's the white one I showed you. There's this blue one with red accents. Okay. There's the black, and this one's going to have orange accents. Again, they all have that solar collector ring from that Miyota 2070 movement. I was introduced to this movement a couple of years ago, and I said to myself, Self, that is the movement you're going to use when you do your first solar watch, because to me, dial work is really, really important. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And this is the only way you can really get a dial to quote unquote shine. Otherwise, if you would take like an SNE 549 or SNE 573, one of those solar Seiko divers, and I'm not knocking them, if you put them under extremely, extremely bright light and start turning it, you can actually see the breaks in the lines of the solar cells. So not that it bothers me, I just wanted something. I like this, like hidden engineering. Boop, there it is. Nope, there it's not. There it is. There it's not. Okay, minty green. As I said, this is my wild card. I think it's cool for a summer vibe color. So this one's gonna have, what color are those accents? I think they're orange. It's always difficult for me to tell. Orange accents. Let's do a Lume shot. So in my left hand is the green one. The green, blue, and black will all light up like this. The white one's got the fully luminescent bezel, which looks totally awesome. Nice, right? And that's pretty wicked sweet. So as I said, the white one is sized for me on but I do wear it down here. My 6.5, 6 3/4 inch wrist. I love it. The size is perfection. It's really, really great. And I'm not sure if I mentioned the accuracy. Miyota puts the accuracy of this at plus or minus 20 seconds a month. So pretty good. I do want to mention that the bracelet tapers from 20 to 18 here at the clasp. So if you're not a fan of this clasp, you can use one of our aftermarket clasps. and it would fit just fine. But that's it. If there's anything you get out of this video, check out what Fire Island is. Just as far as like a geographical kind of thing, and how like there's so few people that live there. There's one school. Once they pass elementary school, they get bussed on to what we call the mainland, which is Long Island, to go to school. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, but this is the Islander Saltaire, our first 38mm solar diver. I hope you like it. I really like it. I love it. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Questions, comments, anything else you want to say, put it down below. I'll be sure to address it as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.